The RMS Lusitania is truly a one-of-a-kind ship, a revolutionary ship for its time, with speed records being broken and new ones being made. Her powerful engines made her a competitive transatlantic blue ribbon holder, in which she constantly battled for to take it back from her rival and also sister ship, the Mauritania. But sadly, she wasn't able to make it back when she sank during World War I. But what if Lusitania's fate were to change? What if those torpedoes never struck? What if she never sank? This is your host, Rickletoons, from the channel you know as Zong Games, and today we will be diving into Lusitania's What If Roaring Twenties career. Her story begins in mid-war of World War I, transporting American and British passengers across the Atlantic as usual. Then, the Irish coast came into view, and the captain ordered a zigzag course for Lusitania. There has been reports of submarine convoys sinking Allied merchant ships around this area where Lusitania is sailing through. What Lusitania and her crew didn't know was that a U-boat was already stalking her. U-20 has noticed her and decided to watch her from afar, waiting for the perfect time to send a torpedo her way. Then suddenly, Lusitania begins to turn, and the submarine captain ordered to fire. The torpedoes bellowed down towards Lusitania. One missed, but one struck at the very front of Lusitania. Lusitania was swayed by the explosion, but it seemed that she was unaffected and continued to steam towards Britain at max speed. She steamed into port at half speed, almost colliding into a barge. Her front was visibly lowered in the water than usual, and she was listing slightly to port. Cunard Line was forced to temporarily put her out of service and had her hull inspected. As expected, the damage of the torpedo was immense against the hull of the mighty Lusitania. Luckily, she wasn't struck near the midsection of the ship, as she would have surely sunk if she was. Her hull was repaired within a week and was put back into service, but this time as troop transportation. Her sister, on the other hand, the RMS Mauritania, was converted into a hospital ship, meaning that her sister ship was more safer to be on than the RMS Lusitania. A year goes by since this incident, and word has gotten out about a sinking of a very famous line of ship. The RMS Britannic sank at the 21st of November 1916. Despite HMHS Britannic or RMS Britannic had 1,000 plus people aboard, only 30 lives were lost during the sinking. But then Britain had a bigger problem. Which ship will replace the mighty Britannic? And the choice was obvious. The RMS Lusitania was also converted into a hospital ship, helping people in and around the Gallipolis and beyond the Mediterranean Sea. And I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Keeping that in mind, the RMS Aquitania was put out of hospital ship duties and was converted into troop transport, as Lusitania has taken her role as a hospital ship. The trio of ships barely made it out of the First World War unscathed, and that's putting it lightly. Once the war was over, Lusitania, Mauritania, and Aquitania was all put back into passenger service, but not all of them were converted back into passenger ships right away. Two great examples of this is the RMS Aquitania and the RMS Olympic. As for RMS Lusitania and Mauritania, they were put back into actual passenger service, in which they kept the ships running up to 1927. But that will be another story for another time on the What If Lusitania Never Sank Part 2 video. Now, why is this video split into two parts? Well, I'm actually going on vacation in November 27th to the Philippines. You may still expect some uploads by then, right? Not really, but I will be uploading shorts. I will be uploading stuff about my adventures in the Philippines, stuff I did, and photos. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a rough weekend of me recording this said video, and I'll see you on the next one.